So Steve Kersher, he's came and replaced another member of the unit, which was a guy called Jack, who they lose in the first scene, and he sort of comes in like while they're in Bagram Air Base to try and replace Jack. So he's just more or less a replacement to this tight knit unit. Steve sort of deals with that in a way of keeping his respect by not trying to be over confident and trying to fit in. He's just sort of trying to respect the fact that they've obviously lost a close friend. So for him, it's sort of like, well, you know, I'm going to respect and you know, cherish that and keep me distance from the other guys until he's sort of brought in. It's in a sense to be like, well, you know, you're one of us, or you know, there's a scene where I get given a can of beer to sort of fit into to say goodbye to Jack. So I think that was his sort of like, you know, with the lads trying to get him to fit him. So psychologically for him, I think, you know, yeah, you know, he's just sort of trying to be respectful as being the newbie and like, you know, I'll come in when everyone's ready for me to come in type of thing. Working with Guy Ritchie, I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been a laugh, man. He's sound. Yeah, it's just, you know, I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been quite free to work. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can work with directors and it's very, you know, locked in on the script. But the way Guy works is it's quite nice and quite free for someone you know, I've done a lot of improvisation before, so a lot of actors are quite not used to working that way. But you know, I've quite enjoyed it, man. I've had a really good experience on this job, yeah. And it's the first time I've ever worked with them, yeah. But yeah, it's been good fun. You know, to work with Sean and Reese and Jay, you know, there was it's been quite interesting really, because I remember a day on set, you know, we all sort of sat around and discussed about men's mental health, which I've never really done before on a job, and we all really opened up. And I felt like that was a moment in a you know, in a job I've never experienced before, people being honest with each other. So yeah, the camaraderie on set, like we're very close, and it's a really you know, close knit group. And I think Cower, the military advisor, has a lot to sort of thank for that, because he's made us sort of get together and just like get on. The environment that we were filming in, there was some amazing locations, you know. We done this full week in a mine, which is, I mean, picturesque, fantastic, really. Um, and I feel like for me personally to be in the full gear, helmet, glasses, and you know, filming in like what 20-degree heat one day. So yeah, it was quite challenging, for, you know, for an actor, but overall an amazing experience. Do you know what I mean? I've loved every minute of it. Yeah, I think it does bring a new perspective on it, because funny enough, I put something up on Instagram about doing this project, and a friend of mine who fought in Afghanistan messaged me and said, you know, it's about time that the Afghans get some recognition, because, you know, they fought, you know, side by side with us, and they were very valiant. So it was nice for someone to say that, who's come from a military background, who fought in Afghanistan. So yeah, I feel like the story hasn't really been told before about you know, a guy who's an interpreter, and you know, it just shows that, you know, it wasn't just all about Western input. There was a lot of people who were from that country that wanted to change it for the best, you know.